It's crazy to think that this year alone, we've witnessed the City Girls falling out and making up, Young Miami attempting to have a solo rap career, and JT going on her first tour as a standalone artist with her first mixtape coming soon. And while deep down, I always knew that the City Girls had an expiration date, as far as a group, I'm a bit surprised on how each artist is doing individually. And let's be clear, when I say surprised, I would not have expected JT to be going full speed ahead with a rap career while Carisha is doing, well, whatever she's up to these days. When I look back a few months ago when Sideways first dropped, and I got a feeling that JT was ready to do her own thing, I can't help but to think about how everyone was anticipating her flopping, making fun of her Barbecue Shack pre-City Cinderella tour, and thinking that she would only be successful in a group. But it's clear that JT is proving people wrong. Let's get into it. But first, welcome to the channel. Hey, hi, was Amblit, I'm C, and I do rap and pop culture commentary. So if you're into that, subscribe and hit the like button. If you were a City Girls fan in their prime, there's a good chance you had a favorite member in the duo. And while I'm not a big fan of girl groups overall, because look, they never really last long, and I enjoy longevity with my music, I lean more towards JT because of her underdog mentality, and let's keep it real, the bars. I ain't saying they were intricate and Jatavia was out here spitting double and triple entendres, but they were cute, witty, and cool. Not to mention, we had to see Carisha for a hot minute perform by herself and do interviews alone while holding down the group when JT was locked up. So it felt like once she was free, I was ready to see JT and also see them as a duo do press and shows together, even if the chemistry was off. Before their falling out on Twitter, I anticipated both members doing kind of like a Ray Shremmerd type of thing, take some time away from the group and maybe drop a project where we got to hear songs from JT by herself, Carisha by herself, and then some songs with both members. But once JT was out here talking about it was City Girls-ish, even when it wasn't City Girls-ish, she riding solo and she in a group, I got a feeling we were nearing the end. No Bars felt like the intro to her solo career, and Sideways was the final nail in the coffin. And to keep it real, I was looking sideways at Sideways when it first dropped, because truthfully, it felt like a throwaway single that JT was using to test the waters. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of hate those. And I actually watched a clip of an interview not long ago where she said that it was a song that she wasn't really trying to release at first. In my mind, if you are going from a rap duo to solo, as a fan, I'm trying to hear you come with the hard-hitting bangers, something upbeat or raw. Not necessarily raunchy though, because after a while, I really got tired of hearing overly sexual anthems from the City Girls. Shit, I'm tired of hearing that from artists now, like all the time. But after she warmed up with Sideways, as well as dropping a verse on Doechie's Alter Ego song, a move that felt perfect because JT has been leaning more into alternative fashion as is. So I was like, okay, I see where you're going. This is leading us up to Okay, an anthem that has been unescapable on social media, and even sends her a remix with Jeezy. And while the songs, appearances, interviews, and all of this felt like they were, bringing us to this moment of Okay, the City Cinderella rebrand, the JT rebrand with not being so damn mean online to your fans all the time, it's clear that a lot of people still didn't see it for JT. And this really reflected when she announced her tour, which kicked off in March. Everyone made fun of the small clubs and venues she was performing at, which was crazy to me because if we are learning nothing from these artists, especially the female rappers, they're out here trying to go on tour with venues, thinking they can sell out these large arenas. Listen, your best bet is to incorporate club hostings, smaller spaces holding 1,000 to 3,000 people, and festivals into your tour. Save yourself the embarrassment of a viral TikTok showcasing how whack your concert looks and how empty the seats are. Do smaller cities and venues, sis. And that's what she did, which got her clowned at the beginning, but in the long run, it worked out. JT knows that she has to reintroduce herself as a new artist, And getting down in the clubs is where her fans are at. Because I actually went on this JT tour. And now that I think about it, damn, I should have vlogged that. But my city was an add-on, and listen, it was surprisingly full. And we had a damn Sunday show, y'all, late at night. I think the capacity was about 2,000. Sadly, it was not at a barbecue shack or any of the other ratchet spots that people were clowning her for. It was actually at a music venue downtown that I had previously been to, like for people like Lil Durk. But anyways, the people popped out for JT. Now, I ain't sure about how every tour date did, but from the videos, JT rap cam was popping. She had a show in the Bahamas with Boss Man D-Lo that looked fire. And she recently came to my city and did smaller performances for Essence Fest and other clubs. So I feel like she's finally found that audience, that whole like underground nightclub hosting, hood rat, ratchet shit. Look, she knows how to do what works for her. Not only with touring, but with these songs and features, because if I'm not mistaken, OK touched the Billboard, or maybe it was Bubbling Under. Now that's certainly a success when it comes to your first year going solo. The only thing we could do now is wait for the City Cinderella mixtape. And I know the cover is giving Renaissance, but I don't know. I kind of like it. And I'm very intrigued to see what JT has in store for this era. But let me know. Do you think JT has more to prove when it comes to claiming her spot in the female rap game? Or is she on a good run so far? Or do you think it's a no? Like, it's chopped, she gonna flop. And tell me, are you ready for the City Cinderella mixtape? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.